Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing working illegally in Thailand. I'm just going to jump right into it. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from The Phuket Express. That's thephuket.express.com. Article is titled, Ukrainian Arrested for Illegally Working on Phang Nga Island. Quoting directly, a Ukrainian man was arrested for allegedly illegally working for a motorbike rental operator on Phang Nga Island. Suratani immigration officers told the Phuket Express today, May 6th, that they have arrested a 45-year-old Ukrainian man on Thursday, May 4th. Quoting further, officers found that the Ukrainian man entered Thailand via Satun immigration. His visa is valid until May 18th, 2023. He did not have a work permit. He initially denied the charges and said all rental motorbikes belonged to the rental company, but he was reportedly seen by immigration officers taking care of the motorbikes when customers returned the motorbikes they had rented. Yeah, this is kind of one of those situations, it looks to me like, where someone's trying to kind of use semantics to, in their own mind more than anything, work around Thai labor law. So there's, well, I don't know what exactly went down here, but every time I've seen illegal work authorization issues, it's always, especially where there's no work permit involved whatsoever. Where there's a work permit involved, oftentimes, quite honestly, I've not dealt with in years a job description violation or anything like that. If you've got a work permit, you're pretty well set. And going back, and we've done videos on this, going back to the emergency decree in 2018, a lot of stuff under that decree, they just abolished, some really persnickety requirements, things like, well, you can only work on this one specific address. They kind of lightened up on that a little bit. Job description, they weren't being, quite such sticklers when it came to that. So long as a work permit was issued, and generally speaking, the labor activity that could be surmised was well within, it didn't get into the violations of restricted occupations here in Thailand. Point I'm trying to make, and the thing to take away from this video, is trying to play these sort of games where, well, in this case, oh no, this company owns these rentals. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just sort of hanging around. That way, for lack of a better term, that way lies damnation, because again, as noted in this article, Thai immigration doesn't arrest people willy-nilly. They look into it, and they will investigate, and believe me, they are I know this from experience, they are far better at blending into the background than any foreigner that I've ever seen really gives them credit for, because one, it's their country, two, they look like everyone here, as opposed to the foreigner who sticks out like a sore thumb, and at the end of the day, they're going to do at least some basic surveillance before they're going to arrest somebody on a work permit violation, which is clearly what happened here. This person was trying to say that, and again, I don't know all the facts. I'm not trying to make a judgment here. Let's talk about it more hypothetically, a hypothetical situation where a foreigner is working illegally and they say, well, I'm not really working illegally because X, Y, Z, and the immigration official or the Labor Department officer who's looking into it is going to say, no, I've been investigating this. I can see what you've been doing. You've been working illegally, and it looks like that's what happened here. Again, allegedly. So the thing to take away from this video and the thing to understand is, big takeaway, get a work permit. If you are looking to come to Thailand and engage in any type of activity that could be construed as work, and don't try to play the games of, well, I'm not being compensated, or, essentially the $0 so-called sort of defense, which is, oh, I'm getting paid offshore and therefore nobody knows that I'm working here. It's not how it works. Thai immigration and the employment office are very assiduous in protecting the labor pool here in Thailand. They take their job seriously, not something to mess around with, because if you're arrested for this, it can lead to, prolonged detention possibly, which isn't fun, I'm here to tell you, and ultimately deportation and presumably blacklisting.